What's up, Breaking Family? Today I'll be sharing a bunch of Christmas DIYs using Dollar Tree products and my Cricut cutting machine to customize these DIYs. Now let's get started. I was at Home Goods and I saw this cookies for Santa stand for $129. I thought it was so cute. I don't have any room for something like that in my house, so I decided to make a mini version. I picked up these wood panels for $3 each from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using 3 of them, and then I got these wood pieces for $1.25. I picked up 3 of the brown pieces. I'm going to take my wood panels and glue them together with some wood glue, basically making a box shape, but there's nothing on the bottom and nothing in the back. Now Dollar Tree carries a bunch of wood slats. I got the thinner 12-inch pieces. I'm going to be gluing those to the sides of the box that I'm creating. I'm using a mixture of wood glue and hot glue here. I just need something like hot glue that's going to attach these wood pieces right away, and then the wood glue is going to keep it in place. These are going to go up a little bit higher on my box, so that's why I need something that's going to have an instant hold. I took the $1.25 wood boards that I got from Dollar Tree and I cut them in half. I then take these pieces and I glue them to the front and the sides of my box. I used wood glue and hot glue. Again, I needed hot glue so that it just attached right away. I take one of the wood board pieces that I cut in half and I glue it to the top of the slats that I have there. That way I have a little sign, and again I use wood glue and hot glue. I took little screws and I screwed the sign into place just so that it would stay put, and then I decided to screw all around this. You do not have to screw, it just helps give it a better hold, but honestly wood glue is enough if you're just putting lightweight things on top of this. I glued some panel pieces to the top. These were a little bit shorter, but you can't really tell, and then once I've done that, I paint the wood. I honestly just used an acrylic paint. You can stain the wood if you want to, it's completely up to you. I'm going to be using my Cricut Joy Extra to create the images that I want on top of this. So what I do is I just go into the Cricut app and I go into images. I then type in cookies for Santa and I find an image that I like. I like to use the Cricut images a lot because they're right there. I don't have to create anything. I just find an image I like, put it inside of the canvas, and then resize it to fit whatever it is that I'm making. So I found some peppermint images and gingerbread images. I just have to drag them onto the canvas and resize them to fit my DIY. When I'm ready to cut, I just click make it in the top right corner. This is going to bring me to a page where I choose the material I'm cutting on top of. In this case, I'm going to choose without mat because I'm using smart vinyl. Smart vinyl, you do not need a mat. You just load it into your machine. I take my smart iron on vinyl, I put it in the machine, click go, and then it just starts cutting and doing the work for me. This is so easy to do. Now I can start placing my vinyl on top of my DIY. I use transfer tape for the font pieces, but some of the pieces I was just able to lift the vinyl right off of the plastic that it's on top of and then just place it onto my piece as if it's a sticker. This chalkboard piece from Dollar Tree, I remove the top off of it and then I glue that to the front of my DIY. I also put this vinyl that said Cooper and Noel's menu on the front of this. Originally this was just going to be a DIY that I could just display pies on top of, but once I made it I was like, this would be the cutest little cookie stand toy setup for my kids, so I put some of their toys in this. They have this like cookie set from Melissa and Doug that I placed right on top of it. Then I got a basket and filled it up with some fake food that I got at Dollar Tree, and it slides right under this. Cooper loved it. When he saw it, he just sat down right away, started asking me what cookies I wanted to order, was counting the cookies and talking about the colors of the cookies. He absolutely loves this stand. I do want to round out the edges at the top, so just in case he bends down there, he won't like poke himself, but this is how it turned out. It's so cute. And then I put some pies on top of this. That was like my initial thought process. Like I said, it's just a cute display that you can use during the holiday season, especially at get together. For our next DIY, we're getting a whole lot of random things. Trust the process. You're gonna need a laundry basket, a paper towel holder, a broom handle, and then Dollar Tree right now has these $5 Christmas trees. You can always get a bunch of the small ones, but it's cheaper just to get 2 of the bigger Christmas trees. I'm going to flip the laundry basket around and zip tie the paper towel holder to the bottom of the laundry basket. I make sure I use a bunch of zip ties. I don't want this to go anywhere. Now I take my broom handle and I zip tie that to the paper towel holder, again using a bunch of zip ties. Don't want this moving around. I'm going to be zip tying the Christmas trees to the broom handle. Before I do this, I remove the bottom of the Christmas tree off of it. It's just the little piece that you use to put the stands inside of, and I make sure I put zip ties all over this tree. I just don't want this falling apart on me, so make sure you use enough. I ended up using scissors to cut the bottom off of the laundry basket because I realized the handles were making the tree wobble. Then I start to shape the tree just by opening up all the branches. I want the tree to look flocked. To do this, I just dip a paintbrush into white paint and then I just kind of glide it over the branches to give it that flocked look. Obviously, we need to cover up the laundry basket. To do this, I got a bath mat from Dollar Tree. I cut it all down and I just needed one to fit the bottom of my laundry basket. If you cannot find the bath mat, you can also use dusters from Dollar Tree or the microfiber cloths. Both cost $1.25. It's cheaper to use the microfiber cloths than it is the dusters, and the bath mat is cheaper than using the dusters. I wrapped some lights around my Christmas tree. I'm going to be making some ornaments using my Cricut for the Christmas tree. I have some different ornament files I'll link down below for you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag one of the files inside of my Cricut, so all I have to do is upload the image, drag it inside of there. Now this particular ornament that I'm making, you need multiple pieces to create one ornament. So I'm just going with 6 for each ornament. You can always do more if you want to. So I lay out 6 of these shapes, move them around to fit the canvas and make it easier for me to cut. I then select all of the ornament pieces, copy them, and just change the colors a bunch of different times. That way I have different cuts for each color ornament that I'm making. For my ornaments, I'm using cardstock. So when I click make it, that is what I'm going to choose as my material. And then I place my cardstock on top of a light grip mat so it's easier to take off. And then I go ahead and I cut it. I'm using these small little sheets in different colors that I got from Hobby Lobby. After everything is cut out, I go ahead and take one corner of the cardstock, slowly lift it up, and you will see the shapes are still left on the mat. I then take this small little spatula from Cricut and I slide underneath the shapes and they just come right off. Now the way you assemble these ornaments is by folding the cardstock pieces in half. Then you're going to take your glue gun and you're going to glue the ornaments together just by stacking them on top of each other. Once they're all stacked onto each other, you take the one that's at the top and the one that's at the bottom, fold it outward, and then glue that together, and that's how you get the ornament. To get my ornaments to hang, I just got ornament hooks. I folded out one side and then I glue that inside of one of the little corners of each ornament. You can always use string if you want to, but this was really easy to do. Now the fun part, decorating the Christmas tree. I got this colorful ball garland. I'm just going to be wrapping that around the Christmas tree first, and then I hang on the ornaments. And you can see just how beautiful these look. I love the vibrant colors of them, and what's nice is with the Cricut, you can make some really nice customizable ornaments in the colors that you want, and it's real easy to do. Look how fun this came out. It's just so nice. And if you want something that's a little bit more neutral, you can do that. If you want something that has a bunch of glitter, you can do that. Cricut does cut through glitter vinyl and glitter cardstock. It's very simple to do and just looks absolutely gorgeous. The next time you're in Dollar Tree, pick up some of their mugs. I do prefer the white ones that are a little bit bigger. We're going to be recreating the very popular marshmallow mugs. To do this, I'm going to be using the Cricut. I got these Marshmallow Face SVGs. I'll link them down below for you guys. I need to upload this into my Cricut app. So I click upload, find the image I want to upload, and then add to canvas. I then select that image and you see it goes directly onto the canvas, and I can resize things to fit my mugs. I'm ready to make it. I just click make it, and then I choose the material I'm going to be cutting on top of. I'm going to be cutting on a mat, and then I just place my vinyl on top of the mat, select the vinyl that I'm using, and then it's ready to cut. For all of these projects, I'm using the Cricut Joy Extra, and what I like about this machine is it's smaller. So if you have a smaller home, you don't have a lot of space for crafting, this is a perfect option to get a good quality machine to help you create some customizable pieces that isn't too big. I got all my pieces cut. First, I take the fudge vinyl and I wrap that around my coffee mug. I then use transfer tape to transfer the faces on, including the cheeks. We're going to make some fake whipped cream mug toppers. For this, you need spackle. This is my favorite spackle to use. Dollar Tree carries spackle, but it's worth it to go somewhere else if you make a lot of these things. You're going to need an icing tip and an icing bag. What you're going to do is put your spackle inside of the icing bag. Before we start icing, flip your mug on top of a paper or foam plate, trace the top of the mug on the plate, then get half a styrofoam ball and use your spackle to stick that to the plate where you traced. You're then going to take your spackle and you're going to start icing it around the foam ball to make it look like some fake whipped cream. To decorate this, I got these straws from Dollar Tree. I cut them down and push them into the spackle. I'm going to make some fake fudge. To do this, you're going to need some Mod Podge that has a gloss finish and then some acrylic paint. I usually try to mix more Mod Podge in with the acrylic paint, and I mix it inside of a sandwich bag. Then I cut a little hole after I mix it and then just drizzle that on top of my spackle. I got these fake peppermints from Hobby Lobby. It's really an ornament, and I just cut it down and push that throughout the spackle. It looks so nice. I got some fake sprinkles. I'll link them down below for you guys. If you love to do fake sweets, highly recommend fake sprinkles, and I just sprinkle them all around these spackle pieces that I'm creating. You want to wait at least 24 hours for your spackle to completely dry. What you're going to do is you then are going to cut around your paper plate or your foam plate where the spackle is, and then slowly remove the plate from the bottom of the spackle. Then just place your fake mug toppers on top of the mugs and you're good to go. These are so cute, and you can make so many of these for a really inexpensive price. When you have the Cricut, you can make these to give away, or you can even make these and sell them. Dollar Tree carries a bunch of t-shirts that are so easy to customize using the Cricut. So I open up my Cricut app and I go to templates. Templates give you a bunch of templates you can use to visualize your final product. So what I first chose was baby pajamas because I'm going to be making a little onesie for Noel. The next thing I do is I go into images. I found an image that I liked and something that's customizable so I can change the last name and the year. I always prefer to use images that are already made and I can easily customize. So I take the image and I make it smaller to fit over my onesie, and then I type out the last name and the year. For Cooper's shirt and my shirt, I just use the classic t-shirt template. Once all the images are done, I click make it. I'm going to be using Cricut Smart Iron on vinyl. Since I'm using an iron-on, I need to mirror the image just by going to the left of the screen and putting the mirror on. I load up the Cricut with some Smart Iron on vinyl and I let it do its magic. Then I take my piece and just weed it. To transfer the vinyl onto the shirts, I'm going to be using my Cricut heat press. I then go to Cricut's heat guide website. I choose the heat transfer material, which is Cricut Smart Iron on, and then the base material, which is a cotton and poly blend. It then tells me what temperature to set the easy press to and how many seconds to leave the press on my base material for. So I need to set my press to 315 degrees for 30 seconds. I iron the shirt first, then place the iron on. I place a sheet of Teflon between the heat press and vinyl, then press the C button on the heat press and apply firm pressure. The heat press will then start counting down, letting you know when to remove the heat. Once the plastic cools down, you can slowly start removing the plastic. Do this slowly just in case the vinyl doesn't transfer. You can go back with your heat press for a few more seconds to get the vinyl to transfer. That's how I made these custom shirts. So easy to make, and what I love is because I have the Cricut, I can do this every single year and not have to pay somebody else to do it for me, and I can do it for every holiday if I wanted to. It's so easy to customize anything with the Cricut. I got this Christmas tree pillow from Dollar Tree. I used my Cricut to cut out Ornaments Smart Iron on shapes along with our names. I then used my easy press to transfer the vinyl onto my pillow, and look at how this turned out. It has our names with on top of the little ornaments, and it's so cute, and it's just, again, so easy to do. I could put my name on everything if I want to. I love this simple gift idea using the Cricut and Dollar Tree security cameras and their elves. To customize this security camera, I go into the Cricut app and search through the images by typing Santa Cam. I find one that I like, I transfer that onto the canvas. I right click and press ungroup, and what this does is it ungroups all of the individual pictures. So the circles, the text, I ungroup that, and then I create an offset to the Santa hat and the Santa Cam. That way I have something that's going to go behind them to really make it pop. I load my Cricut up with some smart vinyl, let it do its magic. Then I take the vinyl and I place it on top of the security camera. This is supposed to be a little security camera that watches your kids during the holiday season to make sure that they aren't naughty but nice. You can even download the Cricut app to your phone and use your phone to create the designs you need and just cut right off of your phone. I created little text that say Cooper, Noel, 2023, and then I use Smart Iron on vinyl for these cuts. I'm going to place these on top of the elves. This time around, I'm using my Cricut Easy Press Mini, which is great for small DIYs like this. There's 3 heat settings on this. I used the hottest setting to transfer my Smart Iron on. I placed the names on the chest of the elves, and on the foot is where I placed the ears. I got these rectangle cookie boxes. The elves and the camera fit inside of the box. They are just a little bit squished. I do like to use the tins that Dollar Tree normally gets in. However, they don't have them out quite yet. So instead, I'm going to be using these. I put some tissue inside of there and then place my elf and the camera inside of the box. So you can gift it like this. This is just, like I said, an easy little gift idea that you can give away to pretty much any little child. You can say that it's kind of like Elf on the Shelf, where the elf is watching you during the holiday season, again, to see if you're naughty or if you're nice, and then they report back to Santa Claus. So that's it for the video. Again, thanks to Cricut for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.